Welcome back, everyone, to DBDLeague. We got ELY on the Huntress going up against Laser, Zeno, Grenout, and V1. Elysium are on the survivor side, as you can see, and the question is whether or not ELY can give his team an edge here in the beginning. The stun does actually come through here on the pallet, as he does find two survivors over here on this side. Hatchet getting ready, not getting thrown this time around, though. Grenout on the run, and ELY on the hunt. Can he find a hit? Yes, he can. That's one. Can he find a second one to get the down instantly? That would be huge for him and his team. He needs this pain res ASAP. Not gonna find it on the check spot over here. Can he find it on the opposite side here? Always a 50-50 with the pallets. Not gonna respect it and may just pay off right here. Yep, it is. The first down goes in for ELY. Grenout is going to be the first pain res stack coming through.
Honestly, this is a really nice start for ELY. So it normally is a little bit of a struggle to get that first down on the Huntress, and we do get that first stack of pain res and a stack towards the no way out as well. As we have a look at the survivor team, we see there's a little bit of progress on the fun bus gen, and probably about hovering around 20 to 30% across 3 different generators. So Elysium got the gen pressure to start things off, splitting it across multiple gens, and I wouldn't be surprised if we just elect to have Grenout go to second stage in order for those 3 gens to pop.
Yeah, having Grenout go to second stage would definitely be beneficial here to the side of Karma, but meanwhile, a lot of gen progress is going to be done on the opposite side. Elysium knows about this, obviously. It is getting called out, so no one needs to go and unhook as of right now, and it's also super scary to do against the Huntress because you might just get hatcheted into an M1 straight after, so definitely risky to try to go for here. And yeah, almost indubitably, Spoker, it's going to be Grenout going to second stage.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But if Elysium gets this gen just in time, which they do, they should be getting 3 gens done from this first hook into the second stage, which is why I was sort of saying earlier that forcing stages on the Huntress, even if you have a really good chase early on, it just allows the survivor team to get those gens done nice and early, and we're already slapped into the mid game of this trial and just full committing to the elimination onto Grenout. It's a very tough decision for the survivors as to whether or not they're going to send in 2 survivors for a double save, or to just continue to work those last 2 gens and only have one person pressuring it and going in, which we do see, I believe, Zeno on the Fung trying to make something happen here.
Definitely is, but does he have the backup here, Zeno? That's what he needs. He needs someone else to try to come in and take a hit as well if he wants to try to get this save. He cannot do this on his own, and yeah, Grenout is just going to get sacrificed, it seems. Zeno not going to be able to do anything at all because no one is there to help him. And now, maybe a problem for him. He might be caught in a sticky situation here. This type of lube is pretty good against the Huntress, though. The flashlight is also going to come through after the pallet stun. And yeah, even prolonged afterwards also. So, ELY still trying to find out where this Bunny Fang is. Is this even going to be possible? I feel like, yeah, you just have to break that pallet at the very least because these tiles are just too tall here for the Huntress to even deal with. And with 3 hatches to go, every single one must count. And you know that Laser and V1, they're working on generators somewhere else. And you can see here Laser running away whilst V1 actually does get the 4th generator done here. Beautiful hit coming into Laser, though. No vault to be had. Oh, actually does take the vault. I didn't even hear that. No second hit, though, and Smoker. This is looking pretty good here for the side of Elysium so far.
Yeah, no, Elysium have been playing this one absolutely perfectly. These trees are really griefing ELY here. Not being able to get that down onto Laser is tough. And this being our most progressed generator right here, it actually gets completed, and Laser had adrenaline as well, so all of our survivors are up and healthy right now. No way out, also immediately getting procs, so only 24 seconds of time that needs to be stalled in order for the gates to start being worked on. And we see once again Zeno, I believe, taking the chase here. Did a really good job early of trying to take aggro and distract for as long as possible so that ELY couldn't stop those gens from getting complete, and that's exactly what happened. Zeno trying to take the chase at Shaq, but we spot out Laser over by this door on the right hand side.
Yeah, and you can say that he kind of just needs to go for a 2K at this point on. I mean, no one's going to come for the save if he does get a down, but problem is if he can get one or not. It's so difficult around Shaq here for the Huntress, especially with no check spots going in, or sorry, extra check spots going in for the Survivor with the windows that are barred up. You can see so easily here. Oh, that's a beautiful hit, though, coming onto Laser. The question is if that's going to mean anything. He does actually manage to get down the Shack pallet, which means it has to be a vault coming in on the other side, and you know that gate has to be close to being opened, and I'm pretty sure Laser already left this tile. I don't think he's around here, but I don't think GiveX got the memo, unfortunately, so that's going to be 3 people going out here for Elysium. I'm fairly certain of it at the very least. Yep, it is. 3 people going out. It's going to be 3 hook states, and it's only that 1K and all the generators done. Not the best here coming out of Karma.
Yeah, that's going to be really tough starting things off. Sorry, for Karma, even on their pick of killer as well. Elysium going to be on the killer side after this game, and with only 1 fresh hook in the 3 stages, the 1 elimination, it's going to set a really tough win con for our killer, with the score being 19 points to Elysium and 7 points to Karma. So let's see what they have in store for us right after a quick break. All right, welcome back, everyone. This time to the Wreckers Yard once again, where we're going to be seeing Zeno on the Huntress for Elysium with a very comfortable win condition going into this one. And we're going to be spotting out our Nia, at the start of the trial here, getting a nice quick tag, caught out of position, forced to play this short wall tile. I don't know if we're going to make it back around to the pallet. The firecracker comes out. We try to make one more lap, and no dodge there. Nice quick down, very similar to what we saw in the last game as well. Corrupt already getting expired, and it's very interesting to see that Zeno is going to be bringing in Rancor.
Yeah, and we were kind of talking about it, actually. I was kind of memeing about it maybe a little bit, that, well, the win condition is just to get, 1 kill and then get a hook state on the other side. That's basically all you need. You can let everyone else escape if you just do that. So the Rancor is actually kind of interesting, because that means that if all the gens get done, GiveX is going to be exposed, it's going to be revealed immediately, and that's going to be big problems for the side of Karma, because that basically just solidifies another hook state unless they can get him out of dodge. And with the basement hook coming in this early on as well, Zeno is setting so pretty, much prettier than Karma did last game.
Yeah, no, that basement hook as opposed to getting a pain res hook will make a significant difference. You would think the slowdown would be the better pick here, but we're looking at the gens and seeing very similar progress to what we saw in the last try with Elysium on Survivors. The progress a little bit split up across the gens, with some closer to being completed, some not so much, but this is looking like it's probably going to be an elimination onto our Nia. This basement is just almost impossible to rescue from, even by sending in 2 survivors. It's just not worth the trade, and we need to opt to go for these gens instead. But at this point, if Zeno were to catch someone else and force elimination onto them, that would be the game for Elysium. We see the first gen getting completed, and I think this is our obsession over here.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind, it's Kate, and look at that shot.
That was a beautiful overhead shot straight over the tile and onto the mat. Zeno! That was insane! Killer doesn't even know where to go left and right after seeing his comrade going down like that, and he's gonna go down as well.
Wow.
This is a murder. It's oh my lord, Zeno, what are you doing?
And this is why, right, I'm so happy to have range killers on the Wreckers Yard, because especially Huntress, the hatches that you can hit over so many of these rocks tends to catch people by surprise. And even in comp matches as well, we see our poor Kate, and as well as Killate as well, getting caught over by the crane here. These slugs here and these hook states should be well and truly enough for Elysium to take the dub here. But we do end up getting the rescue on Nia in the basement.
Yeah, and even though they do get the rescue, I think the second stage did still come through. So if Fennet gets found, that is 1K going over at the very bare minimum. And is also getting rescued here. GiveX just running around trying to unhook people as fast as possible, healing up Fennet as well. But the question is if this is just stupid. Oh my god, Zolf catches a stray out of nowhere. We didn't even see that. We just heard it. Oh my god, Zeno showing that maybe it was them that actually secretly wanted the Huntress game and not even Karma, because he has been putting on a dominant performance as of right now. Does throw the hatchet? No, didn't result in anything. If that hit as well, I was going to lose my damn mind.
Yeah, this is what we absolutely love to see. Huntress is going for these insane shots with obviously with little to no consequence for doing so, and with Kate still up on the hook and the reset happening across the way, we don't have any survivors working on gens, and Painres slowly ticking away in the background as well. We do see where our Nia is, who is on death hook currently. Not too sure if Zeno's going to commit to this chase here, but that was a very, very close shot. And he's still going for more.
He definitely is, and Zeno here has Ferdinand in his sight. Question is if he's going to be able to get that down or not. Zolth is maybe just going to be sacrificed. I mean, they can't even get these generators done. We're still at 4 gens because people have been going down so fast. givex have had to just run around and actually unhook people. Is Zolth going to just be sacrificed here? I feel like there's no other option than to just try to get the unhook and try to get 4 men out, but no. That's not even gonna happen. I feel like Karma have just kind of forfeited this game at this point. It's pride that they're playing for at this point, Spoker, because the game is already over for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really, really tough, and seeing 6 hook stages with only 1 gen complete so far is absolutely insane, and all of this difference is honestly just comes down to 2 things, really. The early game gen pressure being interrupted by the basement hook and Zeno just being able to have some line of sight on some of these gens, and also Zeno just hitting these shots is so spectacular to see, and has really, really gotten Elysium the leg up here.
Woo. Small M1 coming through here, not going to catch givex out of stock this time around. Another one trying to come through as well, trying to predict the camp going in here. And givex also being shown once again from the Rancor, not going to be chased though. They do get the 3rd generator done, however, and this is super, super good to see. Karma need to keep momentum up right now. They need to try to get as many people out of this game as possible. They need to believe that they can do well so that they can go into the next match and have that momentum going with them. It doesn't matter that they're losing this game. They still need to play as strong as possible and try to get the morale boost that they need for the next set of games.
And the next set of games is actually going to be on the Wrecker's Yard as well, with the Nurse pick from Elysium, which is obviously going to be very, very exciting being in a similar setting. I'm sure that's something that Karma can work with here to try and get the best results possible. And we see a double up on this generator, and as well as Hanado sort of stealthing around, getting in position for what I would assume would be the last generator, as the next chase should be starting at any moment, as Xeno's going to be catching out our survivors, doubling this generator in the short wall. Zeno trying to line up another legendary shot, but not quite going to be able to land. We still have Ace. Oh, givex just being able to dodge out that hatchet. Oh, almost connecting, but not quite. Zeno really going for the style points here, as why wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't you, especially on a killer like Huntress? I mean, that is just the style queen, honestly, in DBD. The many opportunities you have for insane shots from out of nowhere that the survivors don't even know are coming their way is just so plentiful. And while they are trying to get this generator done here inside this LT wall tile, it's not really going to be a possibility as long as the Huntress sticks around. And we see here Ferdinand, who is on death hook, remember? Exactly like that, the pot shots that we see out of nowhere. This is not going to be a good time here if she's camping up here. She's not actually. The scratch mark is a little bit misleading here for Zeno. And yeah, Ferdinand is going to go down once again. Rancor proccing. And we do see Ferdinand being sacrificed as well. And we do actually see the last generator being done. But this means givex is now for the taken. If he just gets M1, he is going to go down. But Zeno says, no. I want the M2s, baby. I want the style points every single time. And he wants that Mori right now.
Yeah, we do have the potential for the Rancor Mori to be coming out. We just need to quickly figure out where givex has gotten to. We know that Killate was the one to proc the No Way Out on this door all the way up at the top of the map, but checking around to see where our survivor would be stealthing here. I'd imagine you wouldn't want to be too close to the door, but givex, I think, in a much more safer position, and Killate well towards the left-hand side of the map. Zeno is definitely going to have to work for it if he wants to get this Mori, but I'm sure everyone would love to see it.
Oh yeah, you always love to see a Mori. Obviously, it's in DBDLeague. I mean, it happens so few and far between. But these check shots coming in here to try to figure out which door they're actually going for. As of right now, that one has no red bars on it. Neither does the other one. Of course, could be 10% or 15%, whatever you want to call it. But it doesn't seem to be the case right now, with No Way Out going away as well. givex and Kill It just both standing around trying to be sneaky beaky like and not give any sort of edge here over to Zeno, sorry. Really trying to figure out how they can get at the very least one man out. If two man, beautiful. But it seems like it's going to be a tough task here for Karma.
Oh, we do see Killate trying to play a little aggressive for the door, but Zeno hits another beautiful shot.
No way.
Even goes for another. Not quite landing, but just going to sit in somber silence as we see Zeno going for these snipes, and he lands it. Oh my goodness, only givex up right now, exposed to Rancor. Zeno needs to check around and find where givex is right now to get this this finishing touch to the trial, but givex terrified right now.
givex is super terrified, and with good reasoning. I mean, 1m1 is basically a no-ed into a Mori. That is the last thing you want to see as a survivor who hasn't been hooked the entire game. And Kill It is just slugged on the ground right now because, well, there's a 4K opportunity right now, and that would be beautiful coming in for Zeno and the morale for his team going into the next trial, obviously. So we're definitely looking for a while here before Kill It is going to be picked up and hooked. And I think he's going to be spotted here. I don't think there's any way he can keep hiding. But no, givex actually has found the perfect spot, it seems. Nothing at all for Zeno to go for. I mean, he doesn't know. He has no clue at all, it seems like, where givex could be.
Oh, it's nice to see that Zeno is actually lining up those hatchets through the trees, which are infamous for having such horrible collision. We see a crow fly up from where Killate was slugged, and givex has avoided danger for just a little bit longer. Still stealth around this crane over near the door on the left-hand side, and Zeno just has such good eyes on both of the doors. It's so easy to defend this position, and I'm sure the survivors are well aware of this as well. All it really takes, though, is if one crow gets disturbed and Zeno gets eyes on it, then this is going to be tough.
Oh, it's for sure tough. And you can see Kill It here trying to move as far or as close as possible over to the hatch position by the looks of it at the very least. And yeah, Zeno is not giving up. He wants this Rancor Mori so bad right now. You can say you can tell that is all he is caring about as of right now. And once again, actually pretty close here, it looks like. He just needs to go a little bit further down to the right here, and then he might just spot givex. At some point, you feel like Zeno is actually going to be able to spot him. Maybe a crow there that went up? No, I didn't see it, I think.
I think that might have been one of Zeno's crows from earlier, but Zeno checking up around this door just in case it was givex, but givex has gone back into the locker at the crane, and Killate actually going for I believe the trauma tech here, trying to get Killate picked up right before that bleed out bar expires, and then setting up for the hatch escape for givex. I wonder how Zeno's going to try and play around this.
Yeah, because obviously the bleed out you don't really care about too much. You have so many points over your opponents right now that you can definitely go with that and be completely fine. Kill It is probably not going to be hooked ever, and Zeno really just trying to play around this Rancor. Maybe he picks him up last second. You can see givex is trying to get in position for a flashlight save as well, but maybe the resurrect comes in. I'm not sure. This is super interesting, Spoker.
I think they're going for it. I think they're actually trying to go for that pickup before the bleed out happens, and they get it perfectly on 200 MS as well. But givex, I think, gets spotted out because of that. Zeno knows where the slug is and knows where Killate is going, and he hits the shot. The hatch gets opened, and givex is zoned away from it. That snipe just saved the 4K for Zeno. We have already met the win con, but that shot was just too beautiful not to commentate.
I mean, he's just gonna go over and close the hatch. He has no reason not to. He knows exactly where his survivor is. He knows where his next victim is going to end up. It's going to be near the hatch. And there it is, time one coming through. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the Mori coming in from Zeno. Is he just gonna take it right here? No, he wants the style points. He wants to put it out on full display, out in the open with no grass at all to be around it. Up on the hill even? Yes, sir. Let's just enjoy this Mori together, ladies and gentlemen.
And there
Zeno.
it is.
Gruesome.
I'm glad we could
gruesome.
spend that time together.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bonding experience, honestly. I mean, hats off to Zeno. He played an absolutely stellar early game. Came out swinging, got a bunch of downs early on, more than he even needed, and then plays the late game so well as well. Just beauty, honestly.
All right, but with that being said and done, Elysium taking the first set point. Next set will be Nurse on the Wrecker's Yard. We'll quickly get those games set up for you right after a short break.
Welcome back, everyone, to DBDLeague. We got Elysium on the killer side going up against Karma. Zeno on the Nurse, trying to find a victim as fast as possible. And it's going to be Fenanid once again, just like previous match. He's going to try to get Fenanid out of this game as soon as possible. See here, the Firecracker do come through, and it is just going to be Fenanid once again going down in, I won't say record time, but in a very short time at the very least.
Yeah, no, Zeno just put on a brilliant performance on the Huntress and is now here to do it again on the Nurse this time. And once again, we're going to be getting a basement hook in back-to-back games. Zeno, you got to stop this. This is not fair. Oh, this is going to be really tough for Karma to try and come back from, especially for a Deliverance player who obviously will try and get that activated from the first hook. But we do hear some active gen progress on this hill gen, as well as a survivor being spotted out, I believe, GiveX, over on the right-hand side of the map.
Yeah, definitely seems to be the case. This generator, however, doesn't really have any progress on it at all, but there is a survivor near it, and it is actually GiveX trying to maybe lure his way inside of the basement, but as of right now, he's in huge issues. Yep, and there it is, the grab coming through. I feel like the unhook needs to come right now from the basement. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it would be almost impossible to do afterwards. Can he not get hit, though, Fenanid? That is the issue. If he goes down too fast, the Deliverance won't even come through, and then it's going to be even bigger issues for Karma. It's going to be Fenanid going down, and questions have to be asked if the Deliverance actually does come through or not, because that's going to be monumental, perhaps, here for Karma.
And once again, no D-slapping happening just yet here from Fenanid, sorry. Some names are just so hard to pronounce, I apologize, but second hook for Fenanid, and I believe Deliverance would not have been activated. No, it is not. So it's actually going to be GiveX on the Deliverance here, who's already been hooked now, so Deliverance not going to be available in the trial at all.
Yeah.
This is going to be really tough for Karma.
It's for sure going to be rough. No gems popped yet. We got 3 hook states already. And let's go back to the hook as Nemesis would do. You know, Nurse does it even better, actually. Fenanid running for his life, though. But he has to kind of stay somewhere. And this is not the place you want to stay. Unfortunately, I don't know if that was a misplay coming in for Zeno or just a 500 IQ play. Either way, no DS coming through either. Fenanid is going to be sacrificed at 5 gens, Spoker.
And this is also with the pressure on the Deliverance player as well. This is the best case scenario you could really ask for Zeno right now. That first gen is going to get completed. Not going to be able to place that pop. But we do spot out our Claudette, though. Will be the next chase of the trial. Getting another fresh hook.
Yeah, definitely seems to be the case here. We do get the first M1 down after the blink, and here trying to predict the vault, actually. Trying to predict where he's going to run, but nope, not going to be the case this time around. Zolth is going to get some extra distance, but maybe just sitting in the corner here? Yeah, actually just sitting in the corner. Knows there's nothing else to work with. And Zeno apparently completely fine with just slugging this one out to try to see if they can stop to get any progress on these gens done, because Again, a 4K4, that would be immense here for the side of the survivors of Elysium when they get to play next round.
Wow. And that was a beautiful tag out to Killate here as well with the lucky break, but still going to be able to keep line of sight on our Hanado here. Good double back though, but a really good prediction from Xeno. Not quite going to be able to land the tag though, unfortunately. givex is going to be forced in a very difficult position of either completing another gen or going for the pickup on the slot.
This seems to be the case here, and we do get the second slug going down. Question is, where is givex? Was that an unbreakable on Zolf? That is also another question that has to be asked, because he did get up at the very least, and givex, I feel like, wasn't around there, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it was just a pickup, but the new fresh hook state is going to come in onto kill it at the very least. And yeah, Xeno really wants to keep these 4 gens alive right now, but it's going to be hard for Xeno, for sure, to try to keep these 4 gens alive. That is never an easy task to ask of any killer.
And yeah, we hear this right side gen had so much progress from earlier. The rescue happens onto Killer. Drilling Drum is actually coming massively into play here, blocking off the gens and letting Xeno know that there's no one working on him. Our ace, givex, is hopping back on the left side gen, and Claudette, I think, not actually going to be in chase just yet. Xeno looking around where the pickup happened, not being able to spot out where our survivors have gotten to, and I think the left side gen's going to get completed here.
It just might very well be, but that's still going to be, you know, 2 gens done only and 2 people being injured. We do see actually the healing coming in from Killed, so if that can go through, that would be absolutely huge for them, because that means another chase can go through on Kill It at the very least. And yeah, givex does get that gen finished. Zolf and Kill It, I don't believe either of them were close to even being onto a gen, so that's going to be super problematic for them to try to start another one. Obviously, we did have the top side one that was going pretty fast, but with the pop going down onto it and the eruption being applied as well afterwards, and people getting healed now, maybe we do still got some kick in us here, Karma. What do you say?
Yeah, no, they're playing this 3v1 really well, and obviously playing for whatever win con they can go for at this point after an elimination happening so early. Xeno will very comfortably, though, be able to have eyes on that right side gen from earlier. givex actually positioned not too far away from where Xeno was just before, and also Hanado working on one of the gens in the meantime. Things are actually looking not too bad for Karma, given the circumstances.
Yeah, this kind of just reminds us of the last game, doesn't it? Where it kind of, when they slow down after they've lost Fednet, they kind of slow down, reassess the situation, and try to play it a little bit more slowly, try not to get chased as often, play a little bit more sneaky. And that seems to be working a lot better for them, Karma. Maybe this is the approach they have to take from the get-go, because it doesn't seem like getting spotted early on is the play for them at the very least.
Yeah, I think a bit of a blink dead zone there in the truck, but we spot Killy trying to rotate back. I believe that was givex over at the truck that we caught out. And no tag onto Killy. Going to be able to waste at least a little bit more time, but is zoned back towards the active gen. Can't really take the chase away from it.
Yeah, definitely can. And it's going to go into the corner here. We're going to try to work around this rock and try to loop it into, or try to put it into something else afterwards, but it's going to be difficult. It is Sally Smithson at, you know, what are you actually going to do in this situation? Honestly, what are you going to do?
Yeah, honestly, there really isn't a whole lot. Killate doing his best, but is going to go up on the hook, and we saw, I believe, some eruption procs, if I'm not mistaken, but no aura revealing, no screams. We don't have info on where our other survivors are just yet, but look at the gen setup on that right-hand side. Isn't that just criminal? But we see one of them getting done. Yeah, we do see one of them getting done, luckily here for the side of Karma, because if that gen wasn't being done, that would have been the scariest 3-gen you could have against the Nurse ever, I'm pretty sure. I don't believe I've ever seen anything like that. But with the gen spread being as it is, and the gen that just got done, it's going to be super difficult for actually get the unhook onto Kill It. That might just be a sacrifice waiting to happen here. Zolf is going to take the chase though, and is going to run away, perhaps just into the corner once again. I don't believe they have any other place to actually go here against the Nurse. Yeah, it is just going to go down like that. givex might find Kill It, but that is going to be just about all she wrote, maybe, if Kill It just gets downed again here, and perhaps givex can try to get the hatch. That's about it, right? Yeah, there will have to be some sort of a play for the hatch or the doors going into this end game from the side of Karma's survivors, but I think they do potentially have the capacity to get a 4th generator done if Givex doesn't get spotted here. That's the only scenario where this could really happen. As we see Killate getting spotted once again, will be another elimination for Zeno once that comes through, and there it is. Pick up onto the Claudette though across the map, and Zeno's going to confirm this elimination, get a pop on this gen. But Karma definitely have a decent split with this gen on the left side and all the gens on the right side.
Oh, for sure. But the problem becomes when you're 2 people trying to do just one gen. You can't do it together, so you have to split up, and someone has to get chased, but do it super, super well. It's just a matter of time before someone is going to be found on a gen, obviously. Givex has, however, shown that he is really good at hide and seek. Like, he hit for well over, I think, what was it, 3 minutes, I think, against the Huntress?
Yeah, but a little bit of caster skills. Unfortunately, Givex is going to be the one taking the chase here. And there goes the down. But this is good for Karma because we've yet to go to hook stage onto our Claudette, who's been slugged in the corner so many times already, but yet to give a hook stage. Karma really just has to bank on that and hopefully make a door or a hatch play with Claudette.
Yeah, I'm not sure Zeno is ever going to give that, though. I don't think it's going to go to even a hatch play, and even if that is the case, I'm pretty sure Zeno is going to be there instantly to close the hatch because the Nurse can just traverse the map so fast, and we should see Givex being hooked close to Shaq at the very least. So yeah, that is going to be the case. Yeah, close to Shaq so that you know that if it's going to be an unhook or if it's going to be a hatch play. No, oh, he's actually just going to let him run, maybe. No, okay. I thought maybe he was gonna do something so that he could maybe run a little bit, get closer to Shaq, and then just get the basement hook instantly. But no, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, now I just want to have a quick look at where our doors are. I think we have one all the way at the bottom and on the left-hand side. So I'm pretty sure Zeno has very, very good eyes on these doors, and this is going to be really tough for Zolth to try and make a play here. I think we do have some line of sight blockers though on the doors, but we need to be so careful with our stealthing here.
Definitely do. I don't know really what play Zolth can even go for. Is trying to slowly move themselves over to the door, try to see if they can maybe get a little bit of a sneaky play going in. But yeah, Zeno is completely content in the situation that he's finding himself in right now. He's just waiting for Givex to give in and afterwards get the hatch and then just play for the 4K on the doors. I don't believe Zolth really has a good play in his sleeve at this point in time. Givex just a matter of time before he's gonna give in, and yeah, I don't believe he has anything to play for here, Spoker.
I just saw a crow flying up over near that door, and I think Zolt's position has been given away. Zeno just waiting on the hatch to close it and keeping eyes on that door. Should immediately blink over though, knowing that Zolth is going to be in the area there, and I think this is spelling impending doom for Karma.
Oh, there it is.
As we spot out Zolth.
Yeah, and yeah, like you mentioned, good eye there as well. Zolth was spotted on a crow, and this is just a matter of time, honestly, before he is going to go down. He can run as far and as long as possible, but the 4K2 is going to be secured here for the side of Elysium and Zeno nonetheless. I mean, beautiful play once again, but still, getting 3 gens done against the Nurse is no joke. That is not going to be an easy task here for Elysium coming up as survivors, having to do at the very least 4 generators if they want to get 4K as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Scores sitting at about 28 points to Elysium right now and 6 to Karma for getting those 3 gens done. Really unfortunate that we didn't really have the opportunity to make an endgame play, being ruined by just a measly crow. So we'll have to see how Elysium does on the survivor side, Karma on the killer side right after a short break. Alrighty, welcome back everyone to the Wreckage Yard, which could be the deciding trial as we see Givex on the Nurse here for Karma, already spotting out Grenout very, very early on into the trial, and not too sure if we spotted out some other survivors as well, but the blink gets gobbled up and no tag onto Grenout just yet.
Yeah, and it was actually the pallet drop there that made it so that Granat wasn't getting tagged just quite yet. This time around, probably gonna be the case, but no, the pallet stun comes through, which you almost never see against a Nurse, and Granat just showing exactly how it's supposed to be played here is going to get hit this time around, though. But you already know that one generator is about to pop in about 15 seconds. This run has been really, really good. But Granat, oh my lord, the firecracker as well? You are kidding me, Granat. He's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, that firecracker play is going to deny the first down by another set of blinks at the very least. Piling back over towards the edge map. And there it is. We do get that down in just one more set of blinks, but that is going to cost GiveX so much of the early game. Not being able to get a quick 2-tap or just a quick down with a good hook position to pressure gens. But we at least have info from Thrilling Tremors as to where to take our pop goes the Weasel.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is, when is that generator going to pop? Because it's just a matter of time. Yeah, we see here Zeno is on one at the hillside. We probably have Laser and V1. One of them perhaps in position to get the unhook here soon. Oh, the whiff coming in on Zeno as well, but that is going to mean that one generator gets popped and the unhook as well coming up. The pop goes, the Weasel goes down onto the hillside gen, and now I feel like GiveX just has to try to tunnel Granat out as soon as possible. No heal coming through here, and this is looking pretty dire already for the side of Karma.
We've at least been able to spot Granat once again. And, playing out the edge map so well, not going down as of just yet. Gonna take this chase as far away as possible from where all of our active generators are, but that one blink from GiveX is gonna get the eruption procs and get our second hook fairly quickly. We are gonna be obviously very fearful.
Oh.
Never mind! Slaps him with the D!
Gonna get it? He's gonna get it. Okay, God bless. That would have been disastrous if he didn't actually get that. The second generator pops, however, and if another one pops, it's going to have to be a 4K from then on because they cannot give anything else. It's gonna be a tie from that point on. And oh, it's looking super dire. Oh my God, that was actually a lot closer than I would like for that to be. But the hook did come through at the very least for GiveX. That was just about as close as it could be before the oh my God, I can't even talk right now. Before the blind actually came through onto GiveX.
Yeah, I think our flashlight player just trying to take some aggro, and here we see it is Zeno with the flashlight trying to take this chase, and I think GiveX reading Zeno like a book here and not going to be pursuing that one, instead opting to try and force this elimination onto Granat, which I definitely think is the much smarter thing to do here. Try as you might, Zeno, but GiveX is not going to go out of position for this. Gets the tag, which I think would give Zeno the distance for the save and make it a 1-for-1, which is exactly what's going to be happening. Oh my goodness, but 2 gens pop for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 2 gens have already popped, so it's already a disaster here for the side of Karma. Doesn't get the blink over the pallet either this time around, and the Dead Heart is actually used. Granat did expect that to actually be a successful blink, but it just wasn't. And Zeno, sorry, actually maybe with the Unbreakable play coming in. I'm not sure if it was that or if they just got picked up. Either way, the last generator is probably being worked on at the very least. Yeah, it was a pickup because Zeno is already full health state again. Granat is going to make this chase last just a little longer. Another whiff coming through, and oh my days, Spoker, this is not going the way that GiveX had to make it work.
Yeah, no, GiveX has played this one so perfectly, even juicing up at this edge map, just using all these line of sight blockers, these rocks, and GiveX just being a little bit too impatient. Does end up getting that blink onto Granat and will get the elimination here, but Elysium survivors are going to be coming in, and Zeno gets the beamer save and the chain blind.
Oh my God, there's just no way. He's still blind, by the way. That was like 6 seconds or something. That's like my pop matches when I go against the bully squad. What is going on? The flashlights are still coming through here from Zeno. The auto aim comes through as well. It just hurts to watch at the moment. Can they actually get a 4-man escape? That's almost what they're playing for at the moment. And here we go. The last generator is already pop, Spoker.
Oh, imagine how insult to injury it would have been if Grenaut was our adrenaline player. I don't think it's very commonly paired with DS and Deadhard, but it was actually on Xeno. We're not going to get this tag onto Laser, though, trying to aggressively open this bottom side door and just taking the chase between both of the doors, kind of just running around the car walls, as I believe it's very difficult to blink around them. Gets the tag, though, and should probably... Oh, are they actually going to make it out here?
Oh my god. There's no shot. Yeah, I think Laser is just going to be sacrificed, and they're going to be content with the 3-man out, probably coming in here. V1 is actually going to just crawl his way out here. Yeah, and GiveX probably just has to suffice with the 1K and nothing else really. Flashlight, Beamer Save trying to come in here. I don't know if Xeno or Grenaut can do anything at all. They're not in any state of actually helping, I feel like. But 3-man out against a Nurse is such an incredible feat here. Does Laser maybe have Deliverance? He hasn't unhooked anyone, right? No. Xeno was the one. Oh my god, Laser was the one who actually did the unhooking at a point, and that means he has Deliverance. He does get hit though. Can the chain blink come in? We do see the 4-man escape. Elysium add insult to injury, and they take the sets 2-0, Spoker.
Oh my goodness. Elysium had a fairly comfortable win con to go for, but that is just doing it with absolute style. Poor GiveX had to smack Laser right after the deli because of how close the door is. You cannot wait out that 10 seconds. And it just wasn't enough to get that down and even secured the 1K. The 4-man escape will give Elysium that second set win and confirm our victors for tonight here. Elysium over Karma.